business focus? Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. I asked that question. Are you focused enough in your business? This is a great quote I have here from Adlai Stevenson Jr. when he was running for President of the United States. He said, "Words calculated to catch everyone may catch no one." 1952. That's pretty dead on. I don't know exactly the reasons why he was using that, but I found that it's not just the words you use, but that across the board, if you're talking about who you're trying to catch, whose attention you're trying to catch, if you are not focused enough, your net will be so wide that it won't catch anybody. You can't be, you really don't want to be broad, too broad. You want to be as focused as possible, especially when you're talking about a marketing message, when you're talking about a product message, when you're trying to put something out there. You want to be as specific as possible about who you're talking to. And that all comes back to who your market is. Who are the people you're trying to reach? And how specific can you be about it? And sometimes it's easier to think about that, especially if you think that it's everybody, because I guarantee it's not everybody. No matter what it is you're trying to do, it should never, ever be everybody, because you're not going to get everybody. You got to think about who you're actually trying to reach. And maybe it's easier to sit down and say, okay, who are we not trying to reach? Who is definitely not going to be a person in the marketplace for what it is I'm trying to get them to do. Let's say you're trying to get them to purchase something. That who is definitely not in the market? Well, the first off, I could say the person that can't afford what it is that you're selling. Secondly, I'd say someone who doesn't need what it is or doesn't desire what it is that you're selling. So let's say they already have one or what have you. That may be the case. Just go through and find everyone who definitely does not fit, and that will help you narrow it down a little more. The more narrow you can get, the more focused you can get in your message, the more likely it is that you're going to reach somebody, and the more likely they're going to hear it. If you really pay attention, and pay attention to the messages that you hear or see or come across that catch your eye, I bet it's not most of them. I bet most commercials you're not paying attention to. I bet most ads that you see online you're not really paying attention to. Every once in a while something pops out. Why? It pops out because it's specific. Because it's playing to a specific desire of yours, or a specific thought pattern of yours, or they may be using a specific celebrity that you really like, and all of a sudden you see them and it catches your eye. Pay attention to what catches your eye and realize how focused is that. How many commercial messages do you get thrown at you every day that don't stick? That don't even come close to sticking, that don't even attract your attention? How many? Hundreds, right? Possibly thousands, depending on the day. You get hit a million ways with people asking you to do this or that, or to pay attention to this or that. And very few things do you actually pay attention to. You have to think of that same idea when you're talking about your most ideal person that you're trying to reach. You focus on them, you'll reach other people. But if you can focus on your most ideal customer or client, you're going to have a clear-cut message that cuts through everything and hits people right where they're at, if you're actually paying attention. So hopefully that's helpful to you. I talk a little bit about this in my book. In fact, the first chapter deals with the concept of focus in business. 9 ways to Amazon proof your business. Go buy yourself a copy. Let me know what you think of it. I'd love to hear it. 9 ways to Amazon proof your business by Brian J. Pombo. And you can go get a free copy at my website, AmazonProofBook.com. That's all I have for today. You have a good one. We'll be back tomorrow. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.